Hey, what's up, my people? This is Speaking Moneyverse, and it's another day trading the Asian range and enjoying the goodness of the Lord. By the way, today is 8th of April 2026. So we took this trade on the 8th of April 2026, and so far so good. This trade has played out so perfectly well. Although it's still running towards our third take profits, we've taken two profits so far, right? And we just have few entries running at break even, so we're all good, right? But the main part of the trade has already played out, as you can see over here, and we got massive profits from this. People in our Telegram channel and VIP benefited from this particular setup, and I just want to show you how we did this, right? Trading the Asian range is actually very simple, but tricky and technical. If you do not know what to do, you can make slight mistakes, right? So I just want to point out one particular thing that helped us get this particular trade right. Okay, as we can see, price created a high and a low during the Asian session. So all we did was to map out the Asian high, which is around here, and the Asian low, which is around here, and we wait for price to sweep either side of the liquidity, right? Because at the Asian high, we have liquidity sitting there. At the Asian low, we have liquidity sitting there. So we wait for price to sweep either side of the liquidity, and then we decide what to do next from the reaction that happens after the liquidity has been swept, right? Okay. What happened was, after price came down and swept sell side liquidity, as we can see here, something striking happened, right? It went back into the range, but surprisingly, it was unable to close above the previous lower high. Did you see that? So that alone meant something. Price was unable to close above the zone, this particular zone. It came to the zone and was stuck and came back down. So that meant something, that buyers were not strong enough to push through. We needed price to close above this zone for us to be really sure, close strongly, right, above the zone, for us to be sure that, okay, yeah, something serious is happening. But price was unable to do that, and then it retraced back down to create, um would I say, a low or whatever. Yeah, it's slightly lower than this previous one. So now, what did we do at this point? Price went back again and still failed to close above the zone. That's another attempt, but failed. So that means sellers were in somewhere, but they were um, unable to prove themselves, and the buyers were also unable to prove themselves. It was kind of a battle zone. So we all had to wait for either side to prove which was stronger, meaning we need a strong close below the zone, right? A strong close below this zone and a little bit of pullback to give us a proper entry, right? And that's what happened. It played out so perfectly well. We waited for price to come down, right? Price came down and closed above the zone. You can see right here. Now that automatically doesn't mean an entry, right? We need, like I said, we need a pullback or a little bit of retest of that broken zone for us to be able to enter our trade. And immediately we got that, we entered our trade and then targeted the next liquidity zone, which was around here, and we got a very good risk to reward ratio from this, I must say. And like I said, this trade has already played out. Okay, we have already taken profit from this particular setup, so I just thought to share, because you might learn a thing or two. Now this is just a surface explanation, right? Those in our VIP, the PK Moneyverse VIP group, get to learn more and more strategies on how we trade. We get to break down our setups and they get to learn how to trade better or even understand the setups. So if you want to know how to do this better, if you want a more in-depth explanation on how to catch sniper moves like this, or how to manage your trades when you are in trades, how to take profits when you're supposed to, how to set break even when you're supposed to, and how to catch A plus setups just like this one, then the link will be in the comments. Just copy the link and then do the needful. All right, see you guys. I love you, but remember, Jesus loves you better. Bye, guys.